Hello, welcome to episode 204 of the Datapack tutorial series version 1.2.1.4. Well, let's finish off the return teleport item. So here we are in part 2. Let's run the function give, get ourselves one. Let's duplicate that and get a few. Okay, so we got as far as saving coordinates. Let's stand on the green one and we will boink, coordinates saved. Okay, so we've got one with coordinates, we've got two without. What should we do first? I suppose let's do teleport first. Let's do the teleport. So let's pop over to the Datapack. Let's look at use return. Is there a return gem in the player's offhand? Well, we're going to ignore that one for now. Does the return gem in the player's main hand have data? Let's do this one. So gem has data. Okay, so at the moment it's just saying gem has data. Let's get that data off the gem. So first thing, I think I'll clear out our temporary storage. Data removed from storage, ID temp, but I suppose let's call it destination. And then we'll do a data modify, storage, ID temp, destination.x, and we will set that from an entity. That's going to be me, 'cause this is running as me, from my selected item. And then I'll want to go into the components. And in the components, I want to get the custom data. So Minecraft custom data. And from there, I want to get the X. Okay, let's do a little test of that actually. Let's copy that path. Let's copy that. Let's go and hold. Let's do data get entity, and let's put that path in. Oh, we have to say which entity. Okay, selected item components, Minecraft custom data X. Let's check that. Yeah, we go. That's the X, and then we can get the Y. Yeah, and we can get the Z. Yeah, and we can get the dimension. Let's just check they're all there. Dimension not there. Okay. Oh, because it's not called Dimension in this, it would be called Minecraft, I believe. Yeah, saved it under Minecraft. Okay, cool. Right. Let's go back. So that should have got the X. Let's just copy this. Home, copy. 1, 2, 3 more. And we will have a destination. A Y, a destination Z, and a destination dimension. You are going to come from, the dimension is coming from Minecraft, Z is coming from Z, Y is coming from Y. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. Let's do a data get storage ID temp destination. Okay, it all seems to be in there, so if I boink, boink. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, so let's get rid of that gem. Let's get ourselves a new one. Let's just change the coordinates to somewhere else. Let's stand on this yellow one and save those coordinates. Let's shift and right click it. Let's check our data this time. Okay, we can see the X has changed. Yeah, the Y is the same because we're at the same height. And the Z has changed. And the dimension is the same. Okay, that looks alright. Seems to be working. Well, let's go back. Now we just need to teleport the player. So, function, teleport player. That says teleport effects, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Teleport player macro. We need to pass that data though. With storage, ID temp, destination, save that. Let's go to teleport player macro, and we want some effects, so we'll do function, teleport effects, and we want some effects so we want the effects to play where they were before they teleported and where they arrive. That way anyone who was at the place they were teleported from will see effects and hear a sound, and the player will see them and hear them where they arrive. So this one would then be execute at s, run function, teleport effects. Let's remove a gem. Now, because we've put max stack size as 1, they can only be holding 1, so we can literally just replace it with air item replace. If you didn't have a max stack size, you'd probably want to use a remove 1 from stack item modifier or something like that. But we can only hold 1, so let's just get rid of it. And it's only in the weapon main hand as well, so we don't have to worry about offhand main hand. And we will just literally override it with air. And let's teleport the player. So we will execute in, let's say, Minecraft Overworld. And then we will run teleport 1, 2, 3. So that's without using macro data. Or let's put in the macro data. So let's say you are going to be a macro. And we will come, we won't go to Minecraft Overworld, we will go to let's get one of them. Let's copy that. Okay, we will say dimension. We don't want a TP to 1, we want a TP to X, and 2 will be Y, and 3 will be Z. Okay, that's good. Let's test that and then we'll do the effects. Let's do a reload. Okay, so it was over there somewhere. Was it the yellow one? I don't know. Let's try. Seems pretty good. Let's get ourselves another one. Let's go over to, let's stand on the lever. Okay, we've got some data. Back on the lever. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's make it a bit more exciting, bit of feedback. Let's go into teleport effects. We'll just play a particle and a sound just to save a couple of minutes. It's just a normal particle command and it's just a normal sound command, so I'll just paste them in. You've probably used them loads of times before. We can see particle reverse portal at the coordinates, but we've lifted it up a bit. We've got a little bit of spread, a bit more spread on the Y, speed of 1, count 100, and play a sound at those coordinates. Normal settings. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back. Let's reload again. Do I have any data in here? No? Okay, let's jump on here. Save that. Let's try it. Nice. Particles where we left and where we arrived. Cool. Okay. So we can save data and we can teleport if it has data on it. Well, let's do copying data. So we've used it. We're shifting. Is there a return gem in the player's offhand? That's where we're going to be going next. So let's get some data. Let's put a gem in our offhand and okay, gem in offhand. Cool, that's working. Gem in offhand. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Check the offhand gem has no data. Now, do we want this or not? This basically is going to, if you have a gem in your offhand that already has data, do we want to override it? Or do we want to say, no, you can't use that gem. That gem already has data on it. Let's put the command in, and then that way you can always take it out if you want to. So let's do a check. If the offhand gem has data, we are going to exit the function. And then if you want to be able to overwrite, just don't put this command in or comment it out. Execute if items entity at s weapon dot. I'm having a problem here. What? Can you autofill for me so I don't have to think? There we go. Thank you very much. It could be any item, but does it have Minecraft custom data tilde? And what did we call it if it had data on it? I think we called it return full, didn't we? Well, let's do a check on that. Let's go to where we're saving the data. Yeah, we added return full true. Okay. So if it's got return full true, that means it's got some data stored on it. We could have just checked for the X or the Y or the Z or the dimension, but I like this way. So it feels a bit nicer. Then we'll run, return, run, and we'll just do a little tell raw. Tell raw. So we're going to exit the function. Before we exit the function, we will send them a little message. A little bit of text. What should we say? Destination. Oh, that sounds a bit weird. The gem in your offhand already contains a destination. That'll do. Okay, so let's save that. And let's say copied. Let's go back. Okay, so the gem in my offhand doesn't have data. And it says gem in offhand because we haven't updated or reloaded. Okay. And it says copied. Let's put some data on this one. Now it's got some data. Let's put that into our offhand, and now it says the gem in your offhand already contains a destination. Cool. Okay. Let's get rid of one of them. Let's get another blank. Return a data and 2 blank ones. Nice. Okay. Save the data. So we're going to have to let's clear some storage. I always like to clear it first. It makes me feel better. We're going to be overwriting it anyway, but I like to do it. What should we call? We'll just call it gem data. Gem data, and we will data modify storage id temp gem data dot components, and we will set from entity at s selected item dot components. So what I'm doing is I'm clearing out a little space, making sure there's no data left in there, and I am copying all the components. Doesn't matter what they are, don't care what they are. I'm just going to copy them all, and I'm going to copy them to the gem or to storage. So now we've got all of that in storage. In fact, we should do a test as we go. It's always worth testing as you go. So let's put an empty gem in the offhand. Let's try and copy it. We didn't get a message or anything. We shouldn't have. That's fine. But if we now do a data get from storage id temp gem data, we have all the components. Yep. Okay, so it's grabbed everything. The consumable, the stack size, everything. It's literally grabbed every single component. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Now we'll go back and we will copy that data to the empty gem. Let's do a message first, because that's going to be super simple. Tell raw add s boobly bob bing bong bing bong. Those are the noises those characters make. This will be some text. I would just put data copied. That'll do. Okay, and we will need to pass gem data to a function, or to a macro. So let's do function, and then it will be copy data to empty gem macro. We will say with storage id temp gem data. Make sure you spell it the same way. So inside this function here, we will have access to components. We won't have access to components.x, components.y, components.z. We will have access to the whole lot, or nothing. That's it. We can take the whole lot, but that's okay because that's all we really need. So what we'll do is we will copy the data. I will do. So I'll do item modify entity at s weapon offhand, and we will have an item modifier which will have a function. Oops. And the function of this item modifier will be to set components. Honestly, I know how to spell the word components. Should we use a namespace? Minecraft set components? Yeah, there we go. And what components, I promise I do know how to spell components, what components do we want to set? And we would write our components in here. But we've got our components stored. So we are literally going to say you are using data that was passed to you. And here, can we still see the components? Yeah, we've got the brackets and everything. I think here we could just get away with actually $ open close, and we will just do components. See, I spelled it right that time. Told you I could spell it. Done. Okay, that should be it. Let's have a little go. Reload. So we've got empty. Yeah, we've got 2 empty ones and a full one. Now, let's say this place I've stored here is really far away, and this is my last gem, so I put that in my offhand. I do bong, data copied, and now I've got 2. Let's use this one. Okay, it takes me here. Cool. Let's get ourselves another gem. Now I'm down to my last one again. I think I don't want to lose those coordinates. Let's copy, make another one. And we're here again. Yeah, great. So we can shift right click, which is what activates everything, and then depending on the situation, depends what's going to happen. So if your gem is empty and you shift right click, you're going to save coordinates. If your gem has coordinates, you're going to teleport to them. But if you have an empty gem in your offhand, oh well, let's do the other test as well. So let's get, there we go. We've got 2 full and 2 empty. So we have a full one in our offhand. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, is it? I bet people are going to make that mistake. We have a full one in our offhand. Data copied because I put an empty one in the offhand. We have a full one in the offhand. The gem in your offhand already contains a destination we can't copy. And we have an empty one in the offhand. Well, we know that works, so I've just done it by mistake. Data copied. Okay, and now we can teleport back to that place. Nice. Okay, I like that. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, we store the data, we can copy the data, and we can teleport to where we stored. Like I said, I'm going to update this to 1.2, 1.5 and slap it into the Datalands Datapack. It'll go in there for a little bit and get tested, get played around with. And if it all seems to work fine, we'll move it off to the Infernal Edition's actual proper Datapack that I'm making. Do I want to change anything? Yeah, like I said last time, what I might do is I might make it so instead of just shift right clicking, like, oh, I've teleported, I might make it so you either have to eat it or you have to hold down the button for a certain amount of time. Now, the thing is, holding down the button for a certain amount of time is exactly the same as eating it. The only difference is I have to put all the commands in to check if you're holding down the button, which we can do. We did that with the Mega Shield and things like that. So we can do that, but why not just check? Why not just gobble up the gem? You eat the gem and then off you teleport. So I think that's probably what I'll do. Right. We're done for the day. Let's not waffle. Let's not waste your time. I will see you soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.